Hello and welcome. We're going to see today if Abzan Company can compete in current Modern. This hand looks fine. Let's keep it. Up against Alan07. So Abzan Company, one of my favorite all-time decks, has dropped a lot in power level recently compared to the other top decks in the format. So we are up against Jeskai. Jeskai something, so it could just be blue-white control, could be a 4-color deck. Dwarven Mine, okay, alright. We're up against a deck that cheats out Emrakul. So what do I want to do here? I think my life total doesn't matter a ton. I chose Carrion Feeder over Viscera Seer just to respect Tron a little bit more. I prefer Seer in paper, but Carrion Feeder I think is a lot better on MTGO. Alright, so kind of didn't draw a ton here. Let's add some more white. So, Kitchen Finks was a long-time staple for Modern, but unfortunately just doesn't do much competing in a Ragavan Murktide prime time format where creatures are a heck of a lot bigger. But I think that Kitchen Finks gaining infinite life with Carrion Feeder and either a Vizier or a Heliod, I think can go pretty far in a lot of the format. Even if infinite life doesn't win you the game, because endurance is so popular right now, people can still just try to deck you. I think it's still a very good opener. Alright, let's see what you do here. Probably ping my Druid or buy back. Alright. So they're looking to combo next turn, so I need to draw a Collected Company or something big here. Big draw. Big draw. Alright. Collected Company delivers. How do I want to do this? I think I want to fetch first. And I don't think the black mana actually matters, so let's just tap that now. Because the only thing that's black in my deck is 1 Carrion Feeder and 2 Grist, so... That was a whiff, and I'm probably going to lose now. I can gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can swing for 8, but that would wipe my board completely. I think I just need to see if I can fade one more draw step here. They might not even cheat Emrakul, they might cheat the creature that is to lose a little bit of life and sacrifice a creature, which at this point isn't that big of a deal. I'd probably just sacrifice a Wall of Roots here. Okay. I much prefer them drawing rather than pinging my threats. I can't do anything about this. Okay. I will sacrifice, the Wall of Roots. And opponent needs to discard a card. Not great. Just get more white mana. I could attack here and sacrifice 1, 2, 3, 4, threat and make them block. I don't think I want to do it. I think I just need to draw into Collected Company, any tutor, anything there. I'm still 2 pieces away from the Druid combo, but even just drawing a Heliod now would be very good for me. Yeah, let's sack the Finks here. Like I said, if I draw the Heliod, I can still just gain life. If I draw the Vizier, I'm just 1 more draw step away from winning. My best draw is still Collected Company. And this really will be my last draw. Maybe I shouldn't have sacrificed the Finks. I probably should have sacrificed a Wall of Roots, because if it's exactly Vizier, then I still had a potential out. Is it 2 life or 3 life? 3 life, so that's just lethal there. Alright. Well, we didn't draw particularly well here. We needed 1 more draw. Let's see. Alright, didn't make it. So far, Abzan Company, live by the cocoa, die by the cocoa. Alright, what do I want here from my opponent? I guess Ren and 6. A Graveyard Hate seems to be good against them just because of Ren and 6. Maybe I bring in a single Scooze just to kind of fight that little angle. Keep them from hitting their land drops, keeps them from getting chained together the 1/1s. I think that's fine. Grist seems meh. Eidolon doesn't seem particularly great either. I already have an Endurance main. Postmortem Lunge could be okay. I don't think I have a ton in here. I don't think I need a ton in this particular matchup. And probably side out an Auriok here. So let's send that in. We really need to hit Druid with some other threads. Let's see. Yeah, see, this hand is just a steaming pile of garbage. Let's mulligan this. It might be like, oh, you just need 1 more piece to have infinite life, but you really need some mana accelerants here. We're really looking for Druid or Sprawls in our opening hand. So this is much better. Let's keep this. We're going to go turn 1 Sprawl, turn 2 we can go Roots plus maybe a draw, or just play a Finks, which seems pretty adequate against them. So I'm going to bottom... actually going to bottom a land, I think. Just to keep my threats up. And I am running 1 more land than I normally would here. Let's just get the black mana right now. Because I think Grist could be important in this matchup. Not good enough for me to side another one in, but just to respond to a Red and 6 or something when I have the board. Alright, I'm just going to play the Finks here. Casting Finks with Abzan colors is always ideal. It gives you 0.5 more life if you do it that way. No Noble Hierarchs in the list, because Ren and 6 is so popular, and ways to answer turn 1 X1s, because Ragavans in the format are very, very popular right now. So that's why I'm sticking with the Utopia Sprawl package. It might mean less Coco hits, but I really usually don't want to be hitting dorks anyway. Yep. If I draw a land, let's see. Drawing a Druid. So let's go Wall of Roots, Druid, and attack the Ren and 6. They're still going to get 2 draws off of it, which is probably more than enough to help their engine. Next turn I can Eldamri's Call. Unfortunately I chose white there. for something. Wish I had another land right now. Yep, explore, that's fine. Smart. So I can collect a company on my opponent's turn. I'm going to start just by attacking the run in 6, forcing the block with the Dwarven token. Okay, or they're setting up to win here. Anything else I'd rather do, I think, because I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll have 6 mana available to me, so I can actually go call and company. But I can't do that until Dress Down's gone. That's painful. That's real painful. Alright, let's get Carrion Feeder in play and bottom the rest of that. And yeah, it's real painful. Means I Walking Ballistas on the bottom. What do I want to sacrifice? I think I'm actually getting rid of the Vizier, the Druid here, and just hoping to draw a Heliod. I think that's my only out. Sometimes it works out perfectly. I don't know why they blocked there. No idea. Do you guys have any idea why they blocked there? Shouldn't this be saving targets here? Or I guess because we're in the battlefield, we can't save the same target. Alright. Pretty sure I still lose here. In paper, I think I'd win. Because I would just deck my opponent. But on MTGO, I'm probably not going to gain enough life for it to really matter. So they're going to make me sacrifice a creature. I can sacrifice the Finks if I want. Oh, I don't like that. That's bad for me. It's going a little bit slower now because I think I'm eating some of my opponent's clock too. Alright. So in paper, this would be real smooth, and my opponent would probably just have to concede. Unless they're running an Emerald, they can't beat my Infinite Life. I know those decks run Emerald on the side, usually against decks that bring Necromancy in, and they might think I have it, so... So my plan is I'm going to have to... Can he sacrifice himself? Yep. So I'm going to have him sacrifice himself so they don't draw a card, I think. Nah, I think I'm just going to want to be able to redo this again, so... I'm at 68 life. What I can do next turn is reset the Finks with the Heliod lifelink. Oh, I forgot you have to discard. I should have just sacrificed itself. Alright. So that was my only carrion feeder. So what I'm looking to draw now is an Ewit, a Coco, a Dork, anything. I can start gaining life with the Heliod here as well. Opponent's going to get Dwarven Mine and have a blocker from Teferi. I do think the fetchable lands like Mystic Sanctuary and all them, I think they're a little bit broken, if I'm going to be completely honest here. Mystic Sanctuary clearly was, and I think these ones have a little bit more than I feel like they should in terms of power level. Now let's attack the Teferi. Probably should have put the counter on the Wall of Roots just so I could block the Dwarf more efficiently. I don't know if it matters. This game's kind of devolved into my opponent just grinding me out. They're up a game, so it's not like they have any reason to really concede here. Especially if they're running an Emerald. Or they can just do that. Because I'm not, again, it's on MTGO, I'm not at Infinite Life. Yeah, I think they have it here. In paper, I think this would have been a very different game, but this is one of the reasons why these Kitchen Fink style decks always were underrepresented on MTGO. Because right now I'm going to lose the Heliod. Going to lose my Wall of Roots, I think. And I'm just dead to their value plan. Yeah. So I'm going to lose both. And a good top deck for me would be Heliod. Grist doesn't even do it. Yeah, like if you look at my opponent's got 29 cards left in their deck. I have 48. So Infinite Life definitely would have done a lot here. Yeah, so this is just, I'm going to have to lose everything, my entire board, and they're just going to beat me down here, despite my Infinite Life. So unfortunately, down a game so far with Abzan Company, but we will pick it up in the next one. We will. This deck, this deck is highly resilient, but unfortunately on MTGO, Infinite Life is not infinite. I definitely should have sacrificed the Carrion Feeder to itself just to prevent them from drawing a card. That Archon has a lot of text on it, and little old Abzan Company's not quite used to it. So I'll go over the deck real quick in between matches. We have should probably write down what the matches are. Create 4-color creativity, round 1. So main board, it's got the Devoted Druid Vizier Ballista combo. It also has the Heliod Ballista combo. It's not running Spike Feeder, because I think Spike Feeder is a pretty atrocious card in general by itself, and I wanted all these cards. The whole point of what Abzan Company used to be was that pretty much every single card was very powerful power level-wise, except for maybe Vizier or the Vizier equivalent. So the deck's got all of those. It's got 2 Eldamri's Calls, 3 Finales, and 4 Cocos to power out Grist. Another combo is, as we saw, Carrion Feeder, Finks. Heliod, you can replace the Heliod with a Vizier. That also works. I'm running 2 Wall of Roots just to help me progress my mana, because I feel like my mana dork's going to die, and I really want to have those explosive mana hands. So we can keep this. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. It's a pretty solid open. Running a single Endurance and 1 Eternal Witness to kind of help mitigate opposing interaction, 1 main board card against graveyard decks, but also to help... Okay, that's a good draw. I'm going to get my Godless Shrine here. Since I already have green here, and I'm going to have plenty of green mana in a minute. So the main board Endurance and Ewit also kind of help cover up in case I'm trying to combo and Grist happens to graveyard bin one of my pieces, because again I'm only running 1 Vizier. Up against the Cascade deck. Alright, so this is going to be the 4-color or maybe Teamer Elementals. Alright, what do I do here? I think I'm just going to attack and then play Druid. Opponent needs a land. And they hit it. Alright. So what do we want here? Let's play the Misty. Let's fetch a forest. And try to win. I mean, that's a decent Collected Company hit, but it's not like the Vizier Ewit, which would have just won us the game. I think maybe Auriok Champion Heliod, and then if I get a Finks, I can just win off that, because I have redundancy with the Druid. I have plenty of mana. I think that's what I'm going to do. I could maybe push another Druid, but I don't think they're going to have a ton of interaction on that end. If they do, then I'm probably not winning it anyway. I mean, this is just an eclectic mix of cards right now. Yep. Post board, I do have a little bit of hate. For this, I have 2 Eidolons. Let's put it on my Druid. So, okay. Okay. Alright. Annihilator 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll be left with 1 permanent in play. Yeah, we'll concede to your omniscience. So, opponent cheesed out She's out of victory here. Let's bring in our Eidolons. Might want lunges. They don't use the graveyard. They probably have Fury, but I think it's not super important here. I don't think their graveyard super matters. So, yeah. What is bad here? Well, they run Emrakul, so infinite life doesn't seem to be super powerful here. I think I just want to be all in on the Druid plan if possible. Let's pick up the other Heliod. He does combo with the Ballista, and I think that is going to be my list. I might want the Tender over the Grist. It is probably better there. Let's go. What I'm looking for is a turn 2 Druid kind of win here. I think I got a mulligan that. This hand's perfect. Turn 2 Druid, turn 3 Eidolon on the play. And I'll bottom. It's either a call or I think it's just going to be a land. I think I'm just going to bottom a land here. Because this is a turn 3 win. Maybe I should have just bottomed the Eidolon and gone all in on the Druid, but I think they're gonna have some form of interaction against me because I'm on the play and I have a faster kill. They're kind of forced to respect the turn 2 Druid. Okay, I drew a land anyway, perfect. Okay. That's completely fine with me. If you don't have like a dead gone, I think I just win here. And here we go. Opponent is not F6ing here. There we go. So I have Finale in hands. This is just an easy, clean turn 3 kill. Don't even have to show the Eidolon. I guess Force of Negation would be bad for me right here. And let's get the Ballista. And go to combat. If that doesn't do it, I'll just throw some counters on the Walking Ballista and ping my opponent to death. Alright. Game 3, let's go. Abzan Company won a game. You saw it here. Not a match yet, but a game. Which means Abzan Company can compete in Modern in 2022. Alright. So on the draw it'll be a little bit harder because they can combo turn 3, which is the same as what I can do. This hand goes turn 1 sprawl. This hand's not very good. We're really looking for a Druid hand. Not enough lands. And Eidolon of Rhetoric. Perfect. Okay. Of Rhetoric or Rhetoric? I've been saying it both ways, which is definitely incorrect. Alright, let's bottom the Endurance. It's the worst card here. And I think I want my mana ramp. I think I want to keep the Vizier in case I draw a Druid, and it's just one less piece I need to draw. So I'll keep the Sprawl and lose the Elf. And my plan is turn 1 Sprawl, turn 2 Eidolon. And hope that they don't have Furies. Let's see if this is enough. It won't be. Their deck still beats down with large creatures. And they can still have a Fury in hand, which are just 2 for 1 themselves, but clear the Eidolon off my board for 0 mana. There it goes. Fear not, I have 1 more Eidolon, but opponent missed a land drop, so... Collected Company is my best possible draw. Just like usual in this deck, you just get to a point where you have 4 mana and you need the top deck. Opponent's just going for it here. Field 44 cards. Let's check out my opponent's deck. And I'm pretty sure we just lose here. And they have Omniscience. Look at that. Look at that. This is stupid. This is stupid. Alright. Alright. Okay. Okay, opponent. We bow to your superior. That's Glimpse. Alright, but we have a game. We've won a game, and we're gonna win out now. We're gonna get the old Boomer 3-2 with this Boomer deck. I'm going to keep this. There's no Druid, but it has turn 2 Grist, which is pretty solid. It's also got turn 2 Grist, turn 3 Collected Company. Steam Vent's tapped pass. I don't know what that means exactly. But I think I want... I'm either getting Overgrown Tomb or Godless Shrine off this. I think I'll go white and then just get an Overgrown Tomb here, so I'll have green, white, black. This is probably Living End then, right? It's Living End. Do I care about Grist? I don't think I do. I think what I want to do here is Wall of Roots and Arbor Elf. I guess I gotta save 2 life by using the token there. The little counter, -0, -1. I think it's the only -0, -1 counter in all of Magic. Probably because they don't want to put a -1, -1 and confuse people. What's -1? What's -1 damage on a wall? Does that mean it heals you? Like, I don't know. Good question. It just means it's 0. But I can see how they're trying to avoid that. Opponent's finally revealing what they are. This could be Teferi. This could be Cass. I don't know. This could be a lot of different things. This could be engineered explosives for 3. Like, we know you run Grist and Kitchen Finks. Okay. They exiled Blood Moon, which is something I'm gonna have to watch out for. Yep. Okay. They could just hold up company and pass. My opponent's also tapped out. Do they run counter magic? I have no idea what this deck is. Jeskai, Blood Moon with Fable of the Mirror Breaker and Fury. I think I'm just gonna go for it now. Glad I went for it now so I can at least use the Grist, but unfortunately have not had a great showing with Collective Company this particular game so far. Alright, and let's pass here. Probably shouldn't F6 in case they reanimate. I can Endurance and pitch my Grist. But Jeskai usually isn't a reanimation color combo. It'd be like some sort of black would usually be in there. Discarded Steam Vents. So they like their hand. All right. That's my devoted Druid. The secret's out of the bag. Alright, I think even though they ran, I think I'm just going to overextend here. You can still hold 3 mana up to Flash Endurance in. Even though they run Fury, I think I got to overextend, play my Vizier. I don't know what they are yet, but they liked their hand enough where they only discarded a Steam Vent. So I have to guess they have interaction, and they are a red deck, so red-blue deck, which means I'm probably not going to be able to get Druid to combo off. But Vizier being just a bad bear might be more valuable here. Solitude, sure. Target my Vizier. Okay, so my Vizier is out of the game. I cannot combo with Druid. But I kind of knew that already, just based on the type of deck I'm playing against. My plan would be Heliod with Walking Ballista, Kitchen Finks, or just solid Grist beatdown. I do have 1, 2, 3 creatures in my graveyard, so my ultimate will make them lose 3 life. Probably not enough right now. This is going to be bad for me. Grist definitely has to kill that reflection. Might just go double Grist next turn. So opponent is Veladar Guardian, Saheeli Rai combo. I think I'm going to target my opponent. I don't want to draw any of those cards except for Collected Company. And my opponent, I don't want them to draw Fury, but there were 2 lands. That would definitely be fine if they draw those. So I am missing a white source to cast my Auriok Champion. What I can do is sacrifice a creature, buy Insect, kill Reflections, I'll kill the Solitude. That lets me attack into the Saheeli. And next turn, hopefully I draw a white land, which lets me cast my Auriok. And we're gonna go from there. Auriok Champion's great with Heliod. And Auriok, Heliod, and Grist are all kind of a cool little mini combo the deck could do for itself. Opponent bottomed a card. Not looking good. Even against all their creature combo decks. Yep. Alright. Come on, Abzan Company. I believe in you. What am I interested in? Skyclave seems okay. Grist seemed okay. Postmortem Lunge, maybe? They are a Solitude Fury deck. Maybe Sanctify Ironvac? I don't really think... Infinite Life does not kill my opponent because they can also deal infinite damage. It does slow them down. I think Endurance is kind of meh. Wall of Roots is solid. I do like the Auriok Champion Walking Ballista. Kitchen Finks is, again, the Infinite Life is just has not been great this league. We're not playing like Burn, which is really good against. We're not playing Jund. We've been playing decks that can... We've been playing fair decks that I'd argue even less fair than our deck with Creativity and Glimpse. And now another really big combo deck. So the league's... I don't think the league's been particularly kind to this deck so far. If I'm all in on Druid plan, I think the Lunge is important. Just in case they bring in like a Pithing Needle or something, I would like an answer to it. Besides Skyclave. Now I have two answers to a Pithing Needle. 2 lands and a Druid, we keep. This hand's representing a potential turn 3 win, where we can go Druid and either Druid into Company or Druid into Finale. In this particular build, I think it'd be smarter to go Druid into Finale. Get the Vizier, and then I don't know what you'd want to Coco into there, because there isn't like a... Old school Abzan Company had a werewolf that lets you draw your deck to find Ballista. This variant does not have that anymore because it's generally better cards. So Lightning Bolt would slow us down. That does not. Opponent missed a land drop or missed their turn, missed something there. Alright, now I have to think about what I want to do. I can Finale for Vizier, get infinite mana, right? And if I do that, Abzan Company. If I do that, I can't exactly Coco into the Walking Ballista, but I could like Coco into the Ewit and then win. Maybe I want to Coco first and then see what happens. I could also just Grist and Druid this turn, but I think I'm just going to Coco pass. If I hit Vizier, I win, so I'm just going to Coco on my turn. Little indecisive here. Okay. Ewit and Grist. Any order. And let's pick that back up. Not Vizier. Thank you. Because if Vizier goes to the bin, I sided up my Endurance and it's my only Ewit, so I would not be able to combo. Okay, opponent drew a second land and casts Fury. That's devastating. Exiling Expressive Iteration. That completely wipes my board, and I'm going to untap and probably cast Coco. And they're blinking it. Okay. So they get to kill the Grist too. For a moment, it looked like we were going to steal a game here. Gotta let the rebound pass. Oh, that's bad timing. That's bad timing. Alright. Okay. I want all the cards that I have on the bottom to stay on the bottom, so I'm not going to fetch that land. Opponent brought in Graveyard Hate to combat my Kitchen Finks combo. Forge Tender would have been nice earlier. And now I have a Coco and a Finale in the bottom, so I might want to shuffle. Otherwise, I'm going to be untapping Druid into try to Finale. I think I'm going to shuffle. Five. Do I play Druid and Grist here, or do I just hold up Collected Company? I think I want to go Druid Grist. No Vizier. Not a Vizier. Great. And next turn I can try to win the game. I can Coco for Vizier and... yeah, it's fine. Or Finale for Vizier and Coco with infinite mana. And Horizon Canopy is an extra draw. Can't Coco into Ballista? Because if I Coco into the Vizier, then the Finale is just a win. Finale for X. Infinite X. But if I Finale for the Vizier, I just have a lot of mana to float with a redraw. Sure. So that means you have a Fury. I don't like that. Actually, Fury doesn't work under the dress down, so... what do you have? I guess I should just have 6. There's nothing I can do here. Prismatic Ending for 3, and you chose the Grist, not the Druid. Okay. I'm going to Coco. And save the Finale. The Finale is a way for me to rebuy the Vizier, I guess. Let's go Auriok. Auriok. Any order. Always yield. Yes and yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can Finale for 2, get infinite mana, but I don't think it's enough. I might want to save that for Heliod instead. Just beat down a bit here. Opponent's got to be sandbagging his Solitude, right? Like, they did everything they could to show me that they didn't care about my Druid. They cared more about the Grist. And that means that they have to have a Solitude in hand. Okay. This is a hard counter to their combo, by the way. So they're holding up Ephemerate. And I can postmortem lunge a Grist. That's interesting. I can Finale for 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can Finale for anything I want my deck. I can get a Heliod. I could just get the Vizier. But again, I think they're showcasing that they have Solitude plus. I think their hand has got to be Ephemerate, Solitude, and a white card. Postmortem Lunge. They're probably just gonna hearse it, but I could force that interaction if I wanted to. I should have tapped my mana differently. I should have a white mana up, not the forest, so then I can gain life with the Heliod. I guess I could just get Skyclave Apparition. Remove the Felidar. But they are holding up a kind of force them to use the Ephemerate. I do think Heliod's probably the best way to go here, though. Just a nice clock just to end the game. If they Solitude it, then at least I get some life gain triggers. Make these guys a little bit bigger. Or because they cannot combo with Saheeli Rai and Felidar Guardian while I have at least one Auriok champion in play. Yep, alright. Yep. I'll force that out of their hand. The other card was an Ephemerate. They pitched, then they pitched another Solitude. It's fine, you can't actually combo. Just go for Heliod again. Oh, I did it again. I think I forgot to count. Either going Skyclave to get rid of something, or I'm just going Heliod to try to win. I'm going to go Heliod to try to win here. I'm trying to avoid a situation where a Fury on the stack with Evoke, the Evoke trigger on the stack and the damage on the stack, where they then cast Dress Down and are able to ping off all my protection from redders, including both my Oriox. So I'm hoping to gain... I'd gain the 1 life from that entering the battlefield, so I'm fine now. At least 1 Oriox would live. And as long as 1 champion is alive, I can't die to their combo. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can make it 2-2. I'm good with that. They'll block 2, take... Let's attack here as well. And Bacon is pinging to death. Yep. Different I want. Opponent who's very well prepared for my kitchen Finks. Sanctifier and Vec might be okay. I don't even know. I think just as I just had it was exactly what I want. I want to use Grist to pressure them and try to win with Druid. And if that doesn't work, really lean on my Oriox and really lean on my white cards here. I like this hand a lot. I'm gonna go turn 1, I think Temple Garden. Is that what I want? Or maybe just go Arbor Elf. Temple Garden, Arbor Elf, and try to explode from there. Although they did show me Blood Moon. Yeah. I want to have the forest for my Sprawl. I can still cast a bunch of cards, including a champion next turn, so I think that's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to name white, though, which just makes that Grist a little bit awkward. Grist is a lot less awkward. So, let's go Horizon Canopy, Sprawl, name white. Oriox Champion and Arbor Elf. Let's pass turn. So next turn I can Grist, assuming my opponent doesn't turn 2 Blood Moon me, or something that's kind of ridiculous. So this matchup is Jeskai Saheeli, and we are on game 3. Need to win this to preserve the 3-2 dream for Abzan Company in 2022. That stinks. I guess that answers that card. One, two, three, four, 5. I can finale for pretty much anything I want. I think I'm going to. I think the Oriox Champion's the best card in this matchup. I probably should have done that before I made the Insect token to gain 1 more life, but I was still debating in my head if I wanted Heliod. Okay, if you ephemerate this Fury, I'm left with an Oriox Champion in play. That's probably enough to beat me. So I need to draw Collected Company, and that company's got to have like Heliod and something, or this game's just over. Forest. I can get Grist, but I think I just want Heliod here. And I'll hold off and block. And then I can start just gaining chip life with my Heliod. And if I top deck a Walking Ballista, I'm in good shape. If they have Dress Down, I'm in a lot of trouble here. Yep. I don't know if I can really just take the loss of 6 life there. Maybe I should have. I feel like you can't play around everything, and sometimes opponents on MTGO do like to bluff. Color's white, cool. So I can give you lifelink. No point in not playing that land. I might need it to cast a finale. Will block again if my opponent attacks. Not looking good for the Abzan company right now. It's been a long, grindy match. Definitely need something to go our way here. Opponent has Solitude. That's probably going to be enough to end this game here. That's not Collected Company, so that game is over. All right. Rough start. Rough start. Abzan Company, can it compete in 2022? Well, it has won 2 games so far. I do think, in all fairness, this league has been a bit strange. 4-color Creativity, 4-color Glimpse, and Just Guys to Healy are all decks that don't care about Kitchen Finks. And maybe that's just a representation of modern today. Kitchen Finks doesn't matter. And I think that's largely correct. I think it's very fair. I think Graveyard Hate like hers is really a lot better at shutting the Kitchen Finks combo down than older style of Graveyard Hate like Surgical, which was a one and done, and you can kind of play around it a little bit more, I think. And hers is just this repeated value engine that threatens to attack you later on. We're going to keep this. We got, don't know what I'm up against, but I either got turn 2 Druid or turn 2 Auriok Champion. And we have the Auriok Champion Heliod combo, which lets us, if we draw Ballista, power out some combo to Ballista there. Maybe the list should be running Ranger Captain of Eos. I definitely considered it, but I ended up choosing Grist over it instead to try to be a little bit more reactive. Let's go tap land. Misty Rainforest into Stomping Ground could be a lot of different things. I wonder if this is Teamwork Cascade. No Stomp. Okay. Gemstone Caverns, this is Rhinos. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 available mana. Let's lead off with Wall of Roots. Go Druid. And go tap it. Just trying to accelerate my mana as much as possible. Don't know what my opponent's doing. They wanted to cast something, but then held off. Glimpse. Another Glimpse opponent. Okay. Alright, well, we have 2 Druids, so we need to get lucky, but we still could win. You're stealing my land. You're destroying my land. I don't know why you didn't... Okay. So I have 1 top deck. I need like I need something good. Walking Ballista, Collected Company. Okay. Life does not matter. This is my last turn. So I have infinite mana, but nothing to do with it. So they're going to attack me, put me at 2. Kill my Vizier. Might not be dead. I have to say, Glimpse is probably one of my least favorite combos to play against. That's not named ad nauseum. I think it'd be an absolute nightmare in paper, right? 6 permanents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can just kill my Vizier and the game's over. Yep. Once again, Emrakul, so Infinite Life, Kitchen Finks do not matter. So Carrion Feeder out, Finks out, Grist is a value engine I don't necessarily need, Endurance similarly. So Postmortem Lunge are good. They're probably, I want Eidolon for the, probably running something like Fury. Let's run that. Beautiful hand, lets me turn 3 win unmolested. If my opponent doesn't have a Fury or do something before I get my turn 3. Have to win this to get something back, otherwise it's a easy 0-4 drop. I do think in paper this would have been better, because I think in paper we would have won beating that first opponent. Straight up dead to Fury. Which might be the biggest uphill battle that these style decks have to kind of get through. You're cascading Glimpse for 2. I mean, you're dead, so... Okay, opponent doesn't even want to see the ballista. They just concede. I mean, they glimpsed for 2. Like, what is? That's a Hail Mary if I've ever seen one. Like, what do they have to hit? Omniscience, like to win there? Omniscience or Nicol Bolas? We got turn 1 Sprawl, right? Turn 2 can go Ewit. I think I'm just gonna mulligan this. Basically the same hand. Need to draw my Eidolon here. Best possible draw, Druid, Eidolon. That's about it, I think. Three mana, I can Finale for 1. And maybe I should here. Maybe I should. If I Finale for 1 here, that will give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana next turn, which just isn't enough. I'm just going to hold the Finale. Yep. Alright. Alright. You know what? Just for funsies. No, I think I'm done. I think I proved the point. Abzan Company is still amazing. Anybody who didn't learn that lesson from this video really probably needs to watch it again. Abzan Company tearing it up across Modern. You've seen it here first. Ladies and gentlemen and robots. So that is the end of this video. We went a solid 0-4. We're going to do an 0-4 drop here. Absolutely fantastic showing of Abzan Company against 4-color creativity twice. 4-color creativity once, against Glimpse twice, and against Jeskai Saheeli. So what I've learned is if you're playing against expressive iteration decks or cascade decks, where you really want to be is Abzan Company. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you on the next one.